All right, guys. Let's welcome back. It's execution day number 5, 3/26. Let's go ahead and get into our play-by-play. All right, so let's take a look at this day. So for March the 26th, we were looking to profit at least $42. No more, a loss no bigger than 212, and ideally we want to stay at $63. So again, no more than 212. Ideally $63, and our goal for the day was $42. All right, so where did we end up? We ended up actually losing $173, so minus 4%, a little bit less than the day prior. Once again, one trade. So basically, you guys are starting to notice this trend. Once I have a bad day where I'm losing already, getting pretty close to my 5%, I'm just going to call it a day because I'm not going to go ahead and keep risking more money when I'm already having a bad day. Why? Because my state of mind is probably starting to change. I'm already feeling down because I took a loss, bigger loss than I wanted to, and it's just not going to be a good day. So it's just easier to just call it a day, and that's it. It's just not going to work out, And all right, so 51 for the market, pre-market volume. And let's take a look here. All right, so the only trade we took this day was SPY. We took the 281 and the 280 calls. So let's take a look at that. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Did you see that? I did a circle. Well, that was weird. But anyway, here we go, guys. So we ended up losing just about 19% on this day. We lost about 19%, $173, as I shown before. I did try to layer into this trade, but obviously it went against us. So we layered in. We bought one at 268. At 943, we layered in again, and we got the 281 calls at this time. And obviously by 1150, the position had gone completely against us, and we ended up losing some money. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right. So first things first, what are we looking at here? You guys know, first thing I'm looking at is the tick. Where did it open? Significantly above the 1,000 area. Now we're at 1361. That's a nice area, letting me know we have significant buying pressure to start the day. And you're going to start to notice the more you monitor this, that usually when it opens in this area, it signifies that we're going to get a day like this where we are actually averaging up here, and when it goes to zero, it's just a fade, and it actually comes back above 500. Those are going to be the really good days, and vice versa on the downside, guys. Those are the really good days that you're going to notice that. Those are the days you're probably going to be most profitable when you're watching these things, because they'll keep you in trades or out of trades, okay? So looking at the markets again, markets started to rally right from the beginning of the day, again, supporting my decision to buy calls, okay? So Dow, the NASDAQ, everything was rallying. So everything was supporting my decision. So I had no reason to believe that this was going to turn around. So obviously, what did I do? I looked at my daily charts. Okay. What did we have here? We have an overall uptrend, right? Overall, it's an uptrending chart on the daily. Let's zoom out here a little bit. What did we have on the RSI? So you guys can see here. The RSI was at the lows. Right? And then we had this beautiful pattern here forming here. So you can't deny this pattern. And then we have what? A bullish crossover about to form on the markets, which obviously we know did happen, right? So what can I do? So the day is opening. What is happening? We're gapping up. All right. So what is happening? The SPY is gapping up. I have no reason to believe that this is going to turn around and that's not going to go my way. So I go ahead and box it in. In this case, I'm going to use the pivot on the low side just because it's a little close. All right. And then I'm going to use this here, this line here. So now that we are in, obviously it broke above the pre-market high pretty much right away. I did give it its time. I do like to give it time. As I always say, guys, give it 5 to 10 minutes. I gave it 6 minutes. And then I jumped in. So here we go. We jumped in. And we got in, and then I layered in once again at 943. So on the very next candle, I added some more. Obviously, when it broke higher. So when I got in, it was because it was full up here. So it was jumping higher. So I added here, I added here. So I added one here, I added 3 here. What's my stop? Obviously, my initial stop is going to be the pivot. And then I'm going to move it with the 30-minute candle. So at the 9:30 candle closes, I move my stop up from here. I move it up here. All right. From here, I'm going to move it up here. Okay. And that's pretty much the process I went through following my stop to make sure I don't lose and I keep my losses minimal. Obviously, guys, if I would have kept this on longer, I would have had a bigger loss. But this is why I use the 30-minute stops with the 10-minute close below it, right? So I ended up closing it at 11:53. 11:53. So let's go ahead and follow that with the 10-minute chart here. So 12 o'clock candle here. Let's go ahead and take a look. 12 o'clock is this candle here, this little one here. So I closed it on this candle here, right? So right when this candle closed, which is the 11:40 candle, I closed it on the very next candle because this candle did close below my stop. Okay, so my stop was, I believe it was this low here, one of these lows here, which was the low of the 10 o'clock candle. So the 10 o'clock candle low was around 281.40 or so, 281.38 if I remember correctly. And yes, this was the candle that closed beneath that. So on the very next candle, I went ahead and took my stop and I got out. And that's pretty much it, guys. And obviously, it was a good exit. I didn't make any money. I actually lost money for the day. But it is what it is. And this is why we have a plan. And when you follow your plan, you're going to save yourself some money. Obviously, I did not. This is 2 days now that I'm losing money. So 2 days of losses. Obviously, it's not what you want to see. But it's part of the game, guys. This is what happens when you trade. You know, you're not always going to win. Not every business just makes money, hand over money or whatever the saying is, like Amazon does, basically, where, you know, they're making millions of dollars per second. You know, this is a business. You have to treat it as such. And, you know, you have your costs associated with doing business. This is the cost of doing business, basically. So 2 days so far. So far I'm on a 2-day losing streak. Okay, but overall, again, this is why it's important to keep these numbers in mind. You're still ahead. You're still ahead of the game. And this is why I want you guys to keep an eye on this. You're still well ahead of the game because you beat the market or your trades well above your 1% target. So you're still ahead, okay? All right, so that's pretty much it for this day. Let's go into our last 2 days. I'll do those together since it was just 2 more trades. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'll see you on the next one.